First time in a quarter century, there will be an open seat for the Texas Speaker of the House.
In an announcement that will be felt for years to come, five-term Speaker Joe Straus says he will not run for re-election as state representative next year from San Antonio. KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen shows us how this creates an open door for a more partisan future.
After a decade leading the Texas House, Joe Straus says he'll focus more on fundraisers and campaigns for other moderate Republicans.
It's a myth that you have to be crazy to win a Republican primary for the Texas House.
As Speaker, he had the power to appoint 24 committee chairs, key gatekeepers that can pass or stop a bill. He filled those positions with Democrats and moderate Republicans. Representative Byron Cook was one of them. He was the gatekeeper that kept the controversial bathroom privacy bill from passing.
I'm not sure that the legislation that's been proposed accomplishes anything that would be beneficial.
Wednesday, Cook also announced he's not running again.
Some of the other ideas that I didn't think were the best, if I played a role in keeping them from happening, some people appreciate that. But that's not really what I come here for.
But from now on, far-right Republicans will have more sway. As one professor put it, the political center of the state collapsed today. This will set off a historic race for the next Speaker of the House. But first, we have to go through a March primary and then a November general election. The next election for Speaker is in January of 2019. At the Capitol, I'm Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
And knowing they would not be able to elect a member of their own party, most House Democrats have voted to elect Straus as Speaker in each session. In a statement, State Representative Chris Turner, who leads Texas House Democrats, thanked the retiring Speaker for the inclusive way he ran the House. He points out bipartisan accomplishments that have happened as a result, including school accountability, water infrastructure, and mental health initiatives.
Several other House members say they will run to replace Straus as Speaker. Republican John Zerwas from Richardson says he filed the paperwork today. Zerwas currently serves as the chairman of the House Appropriations Committee. Republican Phil King announced plans to challenge Straus last month. King leads the Homeland Security and Public Safety Committee. And Democratic Representative Eric Johnson from Dallas is also considering a run, but he plans to consult with family and advisors before making a final decision.